You're listening to Heroes in the Moment. What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
And today we're breaking down the Thunderbolts trailer.
Come on, Michael.
Dude, I'm so hyped,
This
man.
one looks so good.
It looks so good. May 2025.
Okay.
I'm just hyped, man. I mean, you know, what we heard from this trailer or what we heard about Thunderbolts prior, we were like, I don't know, maybe it could be good, hit or miss like Marvel's been lately.
Yep.
But this trailer really did ignite some hype.
It showed out.
It did.
One thing I really liked about this trailer is just it's slower in pace. You know, most
And the
trailers
music
are
was
like
perfect.
they jump back and forth between action scenes. This one was so slow.
And they didn't show a lot, you know. They
No.
just kind of showed select scenes, and you know, a lot of it,
Yeah.
just kind of get to set the stage. And the music pick was perfect, and the characters that the way they did it. Also, I will say the poster that they revealed was a great
It's cool.
poster.
It's really cool.
I
With all
loved
the
it.
faces.
Yes, it was a great
Yeah.
poster. So
It's a lot
I'm
better
excited.
than most of what they've been putting out poster wise.
I'm excited. I just hope it's not going to be like an off-brand Suicide Squad. You know?
Yeah.
Instead, like make it your own.
I know.
You know?
I hope so.
But we'll see with that. But let's get into this trailer. I'm so hyped for it. So we first see it opens up with Yelena, who Florence Pugh is getting. This is her movie. She's the star, which is cool. I think fitting out of all the characters. Fitting. So she knocks on the door for Alexei, her father, David Harbour, fantastic,
Hilarious.
as Red Guardian.
His accent is really good.
Is really good. And I thought it was funny. He thought it was DoorDash, and it was just like DoorDash HQ, just leave it on the porch. It was funny. And then he's having to hurry up and clean up, not look like a bum, and like brush his teeth,
Pretend
and all
like
that
he
good
has his
stuff.
life together.
Yep, pretend like everything's good. And he's like coming in, and it looks like she's recruiting him for a mission of some type, talking about what's going on, that she needs help, that she's been doing a lot of work for different people, and then that he said like he's doing good, he's having a good time, but in actuality, he's not.
He's depressed.
He's
and
very
lonely.
depressed and lonely and sad. So I wonder what happened to her mom. Like, what happened to her? Did she die?
She was
should've
living
got
out
killed
on
off
the
in Black Widow,
farm,
but
right?
that's where she was.
Remember?
Yeah.
And then the agents invaded that place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Did we ever see what happened to her?
Well, at the end, they all go off in the sunset. So I don't know
alright.
what could have happened to her later.
She left him for another man.
Could have been. Could have
It's
been.
David Harbour you're talking about here.
I know. Well, you couldn't leave David Harbour. I mean, come on. Anyway, so we get going here. She's been doing odd missions for people. I guess that she's been she's going to be considered the Black Widow now.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's been doing missions for like who, you know, what is her organization? Has she been working for the girl? What's her name? I forget her name. That was in
Val.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been working for Val, I guess, in that
I
organization.
hate Val.
You hate Val? I don't know. I like Val in a way. Like she's kind of
She's
the
Amanda
Amanda
Waller.
Waller.
Jinx.
Yeah, I know.
Jinx again.
You brought me in.
Oh.
All right, but anyway, she is, you know, I guess she's working for that organization, doing a lot of work, breaking into a lot of buildings for her, doing this. Like she was hired to go after Hawkeye, but then realized that Hawkeye wasn't bad.
So
which
what's
was cool.
Val's intention here?
I know, because Val was in Wakanda Forever. That
Yeah.
was her live action movie debut. And she was Ross's old divorcee. So I don't know. I'm curious.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. I'm curious, you know, what is her intentions in recruiting all these people? Like, is she wanting
Why
them
she
to...
want Hawkeye dead?
I don't know. You know, that's a good question, too. Is she good or is she
She's
bad?
gonna
you
want
know?
Bucky dead. She's gonna want all the other people dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So
Maybe
we'll
they
see.
know something.
Could. It could. So anyway, so she looks great. I will say in this trailer, like going in and beating up all these guys. She looks really cool. All right. Anyway, we see our first look at Bucky, who's walking into a courtroom. He's got the long hair back. He's
looks
looking
cool.
more. That made him like very ominous in this trailer.
Yeah.
Like, what is his role in this movie?
I don't
curious.
know, dude.
Like, is he going to join the team, or is he assigned to stop them, or what? You know,
My guess is he's gonna be that first kind of bad guy. I think the team will end up going against him in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get unbrainwashed again, join the team, and then they fight Sentry. My guess is that he's probably back to the Winter Soldier. Maybe someone's controlling him, or maybe he just thinks it's the right thing to do.
Yep.
Point is, with him growing his hair out and his beard, it's just very unlike, you know, the Bucky we saw in his last show. So I really hope we just get to see him at his peak again.
no, that'd be
you
sick.
know?
And a big thing I'm gauging from this trailer is all of these characters are lonely and depressed. As you can see,
Yeah.
like you see John Walker, he's sitting with his kid, and he's talking about reading an article about his fall, and you know what he's done.
Decapitated a man with the
I know,
shield
it was crazy.
in front
So,
of
yeah,
everybody.
you know, and he's not so good of a guy.
Yeah,
And
but he's
then-
going to be the unsung MVP. He's
Oh,
going to show out in
He's
this.
gonna be sick.
gonna show
U.S.
out.
agent's gonna be sick in this show.
He's such a
in
good
movie.
actor too, man. What's his name?
Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt,
Yeah,
he's so good.
He's great. Anyway, bombs are blowing up, exploding, things are going on. She's fighting people. So, and then we get to this really cool warehouse scene. And so she's going in this warehouse sent here by someone, probably Val. They probably all were sent in by Val.
Yeah.
And they get a face off between these characters. They all start shooting each other and just killing each other. They're like, they don't even know who each other are, and they're just shooting at each other. You have U.S. agent who looks great in his suit, and his black suit, and the new shield looks great. And he starts fighting Yelena, and then Taskmaster comes in. And I must say, like, I'm not a huge fan of what they've done to Taskmaster, but the fact that they're making her different and doing this stuff, and I don't think she's going to speak at all. I think she might be.
It's growing on me a little bit.
Growing on me a little bit.
It's not the Taskmaster.
It's not the Taskmaster we wanted, right? Yeah. But anyway, and we get Ghost. And Ghost actually looks pretty sick.
Ghost is going to be really cool.
Ghost is going to be sick.
I'm excited to see her development.
Yeah, and she looked like she was like, she phased through the knife and caught it and stuff. It was just really cool.
Really cool.
Really cool. And then we get Who Are You? And he comes out of his box, and it's Bob. And we know Bob is Sentry, which I think is a good actor who they picked to play Sentry. I think he will work. He's not blonde, but I think he'll do the job.
Is he Sentry at this point when we see him? Because he just seems like really weak. And
I think he is Sentry, but like I don't know if he has the powers or like he's what they're going to do to develop him or whatever. We see he does later in the trailer, and he picks up his symbol. But he's just there, and he's saying that nobody sent him there, but they all sent them there. So I'm just curious, like Sentry's the villain, right?
Yeah.
Or at least whoever's controlling Sentry's the villain. Val could be the main villain, you think?
Could be, yeah.
Okay. So it's like, why did all of these characters come together? Why did Val send all these characters to come together to Sentry, and what's the goal?
You think hoping that Sentry would kill them all?
I don't think so, because I think she's recruited them all for a reason, and then they're all getting locked up in this warehouse.
Yeah, why would you send a bunch of like hitmen and assassins to one place and not tell them? You know what I'm saying? Unless you wanted people to die.
Yeah. So I don't know what exactly is the intention.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
But
because like she said, they're all contract killers. They're all, mercenaries. They've all done wrong things in their past. And she's saying someone wants them gone. By the reason that they're sending each other there. So I'm just curious, and it's very like a Saw-esque kind of look, because it's all in this one building, and it's got a timer
all
up.
All these
and
characters.
They're all the trying to kill each other. So I don't know. I'm just curious, what is their intention? Why are they coming together? They're not going to have bombs in their head. They're not going to be prisoners like Suicide Squad. So what are their goal? Why are they putting them together as a team?
I'm so lost.
I know. That's also curiosity. I don't know what's going on here. But as we continue the trailer, we get the timer going on and everything goes red. They're all getting super scared. Something's going on. And then that's all it leaves us with. It just kind of gives us a taste of why they're coming together.
It's like that one scene in Clone Wars, the show, where Obi-Wan is dressed as the assassin. And all the assassins are in that box.
That's going to be a sick scene. That would be cool if they had the box. That would be super cool.
But everyone would survive because everyone is just goated.
Yeah. And then we get this art gala or whatever, and we see Loki's scepter in a glass box, which was kind of cool. I don't know. I guess it's just kind of a, talking about, if you zoom in, it says the Battle of New York. So I wonder if this is like a Battle of New York museum or something, after the events of 2012's, Avengers, they're having a museum now, gala, they're opening it up.
It kind of gave me flashbacks to the Avengers movie at the gala that he was at.
Yeah.
When he showed up and he took that guy's eye out.
Oh, it was so good.
Because it felt like the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what I thought of when I saw this.
Val is there drinking, having a good time, and Bucky's also there, just observing everybody. So that's curious of what's going to happen there. And could be happening in the future. And then we see them a little bit of a glimpse of how it could look, them working as a team, executing their what they're doing, and then everybody shooting at Sentry and the bullets just falling right off of him. So giving him a little bit of arch, saying okay, he's not so good. He's going to have a falling out.
Why was he given powers?
I don't know. I say he probably already had them, and he's just been living in this facility for this long.
That's weird,
and he's finally being released in some capacity. I don't know.
They can say the sun gives him powers, and that now that he's out of the warehouse,
it could be. It could be a similar to Superman kind of deal. That we could get.
It's weird.
Yeah. And then we got Bucky pulling his arm out of a dishwasher, which was just perfect. Love that part. And Bucky, we get a glimpse of him with the team, acting like he's about to join. What's the plan? He says. Then later, it seems like he wasn't all in at the beginning of it.
Or maybe that scene you're talking about happens before he's all in.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know. All right, then we get Bucky shooting out tanks and we're getting our old Bucky that we love.
Yeah.
And I'm actually super
That was
excited.
my favorite
So
part.
our question is, do you think he is like Winter Soldiered up? And
I
he's
think
like,
so.
you don't think he's him?
Yeah, the big theory that I see online is that everyone says the Winter Soldier uses his left hand as his dominant hand, and Bucky shoots the armored truck with his left hand.
And he's like fighting with his left hand and
Yeah.
stuff. Could be. That would actually be really cool.
Yeah,
See,
I
like,
feel
him
terrible
back.
for the guy. He's had
I know.
the
Like-
worst life in Marvel. You know,
That also brings up the question though: is
Brainwashed
Zemo
again.
going to be back in this movie?
Ooh,
Because they
okay.
didn't reveal him and didn't say anything about him being in it. But is
Yeah.
Zemo going to be back and manipulating him to be,
or
the Winter
manipulating
Soldier again?
Val or something.
Could be. Maybe he's the underlining player of this movie. I don't know.
That'd be really interesting.
That would be cool to see.
But yeah, I hope. I want to see him be the Winter Soldier, but I just feel bad for him as a character. Like he always gets the bad end,
Yeah.
of of the deal. So
Yep.
anyway, I hope they have a really cool fight scene, and I think eventually he'll turn back to the team.
Yeah, I agree. We see them pick up the Sentry logo, saying that they're bad guys and then they're worse guys, and they're all in this cool elevator scene together, which was really cool. They're all popping out of the elevator, getting ready to fight with Bucky,
Anybody wanna get
Yelena,
out?
and all these characters. And they're all meeting finally with Val and discussing like, well, look at you guys. You look great as a team. And that's how the trailer ends with the Thunderbolts logo playing into effect. So there's just a lot of interesting questions we have. Like, why is this doing this? And,
How are they going to beat Sentry?
how are they going to beat Sentry?
That's the biggest
That's a
one.
big question. These team of misfit mercenaries going to beat
They have no chance.
Superman,
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, is they going to bring somebody else in, or how is this going to work?
Who's the bad guy? Who's controlling who? What are the intentions for the team?
Yeah,
I kind of like that we don't know.
Yeah.
Because it causes us
gives
to
in-
ask questions.
right.
Like
we
I
don't
said.
know what this. It just gives us a little teaser of what we're to expect in this movie, and it's going to answer all those questions as we get there.
And I
But
appreciate that the trailer didn't show too much, like you said,
yes,
too. You
yes,
know?
it just shows individual scenes and kind of hypes it up to be that, and then it gives us the scene of Bucky going crazy and shooting at him and saying, "Is that Bucky?" And they're like, "Oh snap, we better go," which is just great. They're actually going to hype up Bucky from now
I know.
on, which is great.
After nerfing him.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, man. This really feels like Winter Soldier 2.0. I
Yeah.
know that's what the show was supposed to be, but it really wasn't. So
And with the outlook of Captain America: Brave New World coming out in January, that also looks
keep
similar.
kind of the same
it
vibe.
keeps that similar vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for both these
I
movies
think
being
that'll
back to
play
back,
really heavily into this.
and both being street level movies. We haven't got
Yeah.
like a street level movie in a while,
It's about time.
so I'm excited to get those street level
also,
kind of aspects.
At the same time, in a bad sense, it just feels like they kind of don't know what to do with all these street level like B and C list characters, so
Yeah.
they just throw them all into one.
Throw
movie.
them all into one
You
movie.
see
But
what I'm saying?
it could be the answer to the question. And that also brings us to, they're not going to be able to keep all of these characters that they've introduced around in Doomsday and Secret Wars. There's
Yeah.
just no way. So the title being Marvel Studios Thunderbolts asterisk, could that mean that they're all going to die in this movie?
Okay, I would say Florence Pugh survives.
But could everybody else die?
I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Taskmaster and Ghost. I think,
I wouldn't be surprised Res Guardian died.
yeah. I'd be a little more surprised, but not terribly surprised.
Yeah.
Especially where they're at with his character.
Right.
They better keep my boy Bucky safe.
I know, that's the question.
gotta
Are they going to
keep
kill
him-
off Bucky? Is this his last?
They got to keep him safe, man.
Yeah.
I need my.
You got to have your
That's
Bucky.
my favorite. He's my favorite in the universe. I'm
Yeah.
biased, but
Yeah. Okay.
who knows?
Yeah, I'm excited for this movie though. It looks good. It looks really intriguing, like bringing that Winter Soldier era, and hopefully it'll maintain that as it comes out.
I hope so. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. And as always, if you liked it, please let us know by giving us a download and a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcast. We have a new feature on our episodes. We can send us a text message by following the link at the bottom of our episodes. You can submit your questions for Heroes Q&A there, or you can just shoot us a DM on Instagram. Be sure to also check out our Instagram stories weekly for a chance to ask questions for our Q&A segments. If you want exclusive access to episodes, which includes movie reviews and other fun topics, subscribe to our membership, Heroes HQ. And then finally, feel free to also check out our YouTube channel and our Instagram, Heroes in the Moment.
And we want to thank y'all for listening. And as always, we love you 2000.